The Sri Lankan government is swearing in a new cabinet hours after President Gotabaya Rajapaksa invited MPs of all parties to accept ministerial portfolios on Monday morning. Last night, on Sunday, all 26 Sri Lankan cabinet ministers except the Prime Minister and the President resigned. The Sri Lankan President has also replaced his brother and former Finance Minister Rajapaksa with former Justice Minister Ali Sabry. The central bank governor Ajit Cabral also announced his resignation. All this is happening to help find a way out to Sri Lanka's worst economic crisis so far.
We don't need no Rajapaksa. We don't need no.
I'm here at Nelampokana, also known as Mahinda Rajapaksa Theatre, where protesters gathered first thing on the morning after curfew lifted at 6 a.m. on Monday. Yesterday, despite the curfew, protests took place all across the country. Even opposition MPs took to the streets. People are unhappy about long power cuts and shortages in essentials like fuel and food supplies like milk and rice. Hospitals have had to suspend surgeries and even exams have been cancelled due to paper shortages.
We are fighting here for our futures because we live in a country full of resources. We are rich in resources. A lot of countries who don't have 10% of the resources we have are doing way better than us.
Many of us can leave the country if we want to, but there are millions of Sri Lankans who look at home as their only resort, and we are here to express our viewpoints on their behalf as well.
We as the youth are here wearing yellow to represent democracy, freedom and hope, because we as the youth don't see a future for ourselves with the country going the way we are, and we need to step up ourselves, and we need to give this country what it has failed to give us.
We're seeing the consequences of a generation of youth who've been abandoned. We've come back from studying abroad. Some of us are unable to now leave. We thought this was a country we'd be able to make something of, but we've been left nothing to work with, and that is a travesty.
The protests have been taking place for over a month, but things took a turn on Thursday, 31st March, when protesters encircled President Rajapaksa's home. Around 53 people were arrested and detained after Thursday's protest. The government declared a state of emergency on Friday and on Saturday announced a curfew from 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. Monday. Earlier today, as the nationwide curfew was lifted, protests resumed all across the country.
Amid the ongoing economic crisis and protests against the Rajapaksa government, Sri Lanka continues to be in a state of emergency. As fast-paced developments continue, I'll be bringing you the latest from the ground. This is Vandana Menon for ThePrint.